This next little section is known to be one of the most strenuous sections on the Great Divide Trail. It will for sure test my fortitude, but more than that, it will test my navigational skills. The trail crosses mountain hill crests and ridges and summits the notorious and infamous La Coulette Peak. Beyond that, it makes its way through a maze of unregulated trail, all of which I have to map out properly so that I can finish this section, Section A. The thing is, I've never used just a GPS and map before to hike cross country. Are my navigational skills up for the challenge? Or will I get lost along the way? Or be overwhelmed and have to back out? I think I've got what it takes. I hope I've got what it takes. But there's only one way to find out. Let's go. Well, definitely wasn't blue sky. Looks like rain, maybe even hail. And I am on the top of this ridge crest. I gotta get down, and I am giving her hard. I seem to have a really bad issue with knowing when the elevation is gonna be done. I mean, I honestly was back there, I was like, okay, after this I'm going down. And then it just continued going up and up and up. This seems to be a recurring problem with my navigational skills. Boy.
Choosing the right clothing on a trip like the GDT is essential. That's why when I was planning this thru hike, I knew I wanted to go with Outdoor Vitals. Their innovation in design and premium ultralight clothing means that when my limits are being pushed to the max, I can rest confidently knowing that what I'm wearing has got my back, literally and figuratively. Whether it's in the airport, in the office, or on trail, check out Outdoor Vitals' clothing line of pants, tops, and everything in between so you can live ultralight no matter what adventure awaits your day.
Well, I figured this is as good as any for a spot for a little bit of lunch. So, peri-peri tuna wrap with cheese and crackers. A little messy, but tasty. I've been going slow today, like really slow. Part of it's I've been enjoying the scenery and filming more and probably a little bit more dehydrated than I realized. But long story short, I gotta get going. It's 1 o'clock and I was hoping to be at camp by 1 or 2 at the latest. And I'm not even halfway there yet. So, well, I'm just over halfway there. So I gotta get going. Nothing quite like a little bit of a shower. Well, I made it to Jutland Camp for the night. Now it's time for dinner. Sweet pork and rice, Peak Refuel. These things are really hard to get up here in Canada, the Peak Refuel meals. So if you're wondering where I'm getting them from, check out bridensolutions.ca. They hooked me up with some of my dehydrated meals for the trail, so check them out, and a huge thank you to them. Let's see how the sweet pork and rice tastes. Man, that's tender. It's like spicy and sweet at the same time. More of like a Tex-Mex flavor than I thought it would be. That is so good. And 40 grams of protein per package. Oh, that's cold. Woo. I'm gonna do a little bit of laundry. Well, that's one way to make use of somebody's leftover cutlery. Boy, this place is a mess. I'm gonna go to bed early tonight because I'm gonna do a ton of stretching before I go to bed, because tomorrow looks brutal. Over 1,100 meters of elevation gain up La Coulette. It looks awful from the maps. I'm not looking forward to it. It's gonna be a long and hard day. I've had to change plans and readjust my route. I'm not gonna be doing Barnaby Ridge and instead following through to Castle River area. So that's kind of a bummer, but I can do the rest some other time. Anyways, for now, eat, stretch, bed. Hopefully I'll be able to survive tomorrow. Tomorrow's where the route finding really kicks in.
Well, I woke up extra early this morning to get an early start on the day, and checked my Garmin InReach weather to figure out what the weather would be like for summiting La Coulette. And it said it would be 19 degrees, partly cloudy, 0% chance of rain, which was great. And then it started raining. So there's that. Just having some coffee and some breakfast in the tent this morning. Fortunately, I've looked at the clouds. They definitely look rainy, but they don't look stormy, and it's definitely been a little windy. So I'm gonna do my best to pack everything up in here, take down the tent, and get on trail. If things look really bad, I can always set up tent at Scarp Pass. But I'm gonna do my best to push for La Coulette. It'll be a cooler day, which in some ways might be nicer. Today's gonna be a big day. I'm not looking forward to it. My legs aren't looking forward to it. I just gotta get through it. So I was just about to start packing up, and every day I've been checking my backpack, the repair job that I did on day 2. And up to this point, every day it's been holding, which is good. And that's the key up to this point. I just checked it, and the arm of the back support has pushed through my repair job again. So now, on top of doing La Coulette in the cool and rain, I'm also doing it with a broken backpack. Great. I'm honestly wondering if I'm even going to be able to do all of Section A, or if I just need to get to Castle Mountain Ski Resort and hitch into Coleman and buy a new backpack. This is so frustrating. It's really hard to hoop a Monet right now.
Well, regardless of what the day holds, hoopamone. That means keep moving forward in Greek. Not really, but we'll pretend that it does. 100 meters of elevation down, only 1,000 left to go. Today's gonna be about the small victories, every step of the way. I got really encouraged there for a moment and then looked at the map and was put back in my place. So I had a momentary glimmer of hope because I saw where it looks like the trail's going, and I thought, is that La Coulette Peak? Oh, that doesn't look so bad. I mean, I'm a scrambler, so I've scrambled up a few peaks. I'm like, I could do that. I mean, sure, it'll be a challenge, but I got this. Then I looked at my map. Nope, that's just the ridge crest. It goes up and then down and then back up again, and then La Coulette Peak is behind that. So at least the ridge crest looks doable. I mean, the ascent will be steep for sure, but it's the small victories. Like I said, that's what it's going to be today. I haven't actually been having too much of a trial trying to find the trail out here. It's been way more clearly marked than I expected it to be. I know it's going to disappear up La Coulette Peak here pretty soon, but that doesn't really concern me. Like, I've scrambled before. There's not usually trails up mountains. You just plot a route and go up. But what's been really challenging is what I'm having a really hard time navigating is all the little things that are going wrong. I just hit my knee really hard on a log back there. And it's fine. I'm fine, but it hurts. Right now it hurts with every step, and I've got a lot of steps ahead of me and a lot of elevation. And a knee is really important. And a stupid mistake like smacking it on a root can lead to a lot of pain. And everything seems to be going wrong. Little things. My tripod's starting to break. My camera's gonna fall out, and my water bladder has a hole in it. I patched it last night, and the patch just came right off this morning. Have a GPS that gives me weather reports that seem to be completely inaccurate. It's all the little things that I'm having a really hard time navigating. Telling myself it'll be okay, and they just keep coming, getting in the way. I didn't think that was going to be the struggle. It's a beautiful day, and it's a perfect day to summit La Coulette. This is perfect weather. It's going to be beautiful up there. I haven't scrambled up a real peak in a while, so I'm looking forward to it. So I just got to keep moving. Well, I just found the spring at Scarp Pass Campground. So that means I get one last liter of water before the big water carry. 10 kilometers from here is where the next water source is. So it's the little victories. I'll drink a little right here and then fill up again. Get as much water as I can into me. Then it's time to dance. About to summit La Coulette Ridge and then La Coulette Peak. It's time to dance. God, my God, I will praise you, I will declare everything. So right behind me, that steep cliff area is what I've got to go straight up to ascend the ridge. And then it's a ridge walk up to the rest of the crest, then down and up the peak. So put on the backpack, feeling good. It's time to go hoopamone. Oh, and my knee is feeling okay. I just took an ibuprofen because I've got a splitting headache. My Achilles heel isn't hurting today, which is really good news. I think I'm ready to do this. Let's go. Well, this is a happy little way to start the ascent. I found my first Great Divide Trailblaze. I'm on the right track. It feels good. This has been really encouraging. I haven't been really using my map that much up on this ridge. Even to get to the top of the ridge crest, I just mapped out a little track from the ground and followed it. And sure enough, at the very top, there was a marker. And all along the ridge crest, I've just been walking what makes sense to me. And every 50 meters, 100 meters or so, I see another marker. And it's just, feels good. I'm just doing what intuitively feels right. And apparently, it is for now. I can see La Coulette Peak from here. Woo! Top of La Coulette Ridge Crest. Oh wow. Now I've just got to head up La Coulette from here. It feels really doable from here. And that's why I'm doing the Great Divide Trail. At least part of it. It's cool to see where I've come from, all the way down here. And behind me, where I'm going, La Coulette Peak. Now, one final down elevation and one steep up elevation. I'm not doing bad, but my head is just pounding. I mean, sure, I'm a little fatigued, but that's to be expected, but my head is just pounding. I don't think it's elevation sickness. I've never had that before. I have none of the other symptoms other than a freaking headache. Well, elevated heart rate, yeah, sure. I'm climbing a mountain. Not beyond what I would expect. My head is killing me. I'm gonna push just up here, sit down, eat some more food, maybe get some more fuel in me. Even if I won't hit my goal, it's better that than fainting on the side of a mountain. Quite the freaking lunch spot though, eh? No complaints here. Headache or no headache, it's time to head on. I made it! Hoopamone, baby! La Coulette Peak! Woo! Oh, it's good to be up here. I won't lie, I'm a little lightheaded. I'm wiped. I've still got 14 kilometers to get to camp. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. With only 1 liter of water, oh, and 8 kilometers to the nearest water supply source. I don't know if I've got what it takes. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I think the worst thing about all of this is, the reality is, the elevation isn't done for today. It's not like you get up La Coulette and then you're done. I still gotta go down, and then up that, and then down, and then up that again. I don't even understand how that's possible at this point. This is the Great Divide Trail. It pushes you to your limits and then demands more.
I feel like today is a great example of what I mean when I say the Great Divide Trail will push you to your limits and then demand more. You know, it's like, hey, hikers, just to let you know, I'm gonna make you climb La Coulette Peak. It's like, oh, okay, you know, that's fun, that's reasonable, that's a little bit much, but okay. And by the way, in order to get there, you gotta go up this like ridge system that has almost as much elevation as La Coulette Peak. Oh, okay, that's a lot to ask, but sure, yeah, we could do that. Oh, and when you get to the peak, no, it's not gonna be downhill from there. It's gonna be downhill, and then almost as much elevation again back up this ridge system, and then more ups and downs from there. Okay, and then when you finally are done that, it's a steep down climb. Okay, that's a lot, Great Divide Trail, that's a lot. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there's no water for over 10 kilometers. Yeah. Great. Thanks. There is some snow, however, and I'm legit thinking about melting it because I am down to my last 500 milliliters and I've still got 8 kilometers till water. Oi. Oh, and my tripod broke. It's a through hike. It's official. Everything's breaking. Okay, just so you guys know, I'm not just whining about all the elevation. This is what I've done so far today, okay? I came up right about here. I came all the way up here. I went down, and went up, then went all the way down behind this mountain, then I came all the way back up, then I went all the way down, then I came all the way up, summited La Coulette Peak, then came all the way down, then all the way up to where I'm standing, and I still got to go more up, and then there's more down behind there, more up, and then more down. I'm not just whining. It's a lot, okay? Okay, I can actually see where I get to go down. I get to go down on that trail right there. And I'm not gonna lie, I know that's still really far away, but it's giving me a ton of motivation. Feels good. Oh, I'm tired though. It's a lot. Oh, I really want to remember these moments. Like, they're so special and this is so beautiful. And to be honest, I don't know, like I know the Great Divide Trail has a lot of ups and downs, but I don't know when it's going to be like this again. But it's really hard to be enjoying it and you're so tired. There's just more ahead of you and you're running out of water and whoo! But look at that, that's La Coulette. You did this today, Jesse. Today, you're doing the Great Divide Trail. Day 5. Still a long way to go. I'm just about to start the last little bit of elevation climb for the day, and then it's mostly downhill from here and to the ATV track that'll take me down into the valley to camp. But I'm going slow. I'm tired and I'm dehydrated. I would have ran out of water a long time ago if it wasn't for a couple patches of snow that I've managed to put in my water bottles and it's melted and given me a couple of sips at least. I've still got another 7 kilometers to the nearest water source and another 12 kilometers to camp. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Oh, I did it. I did it. It's the end of the elevation for today. Oh, it's mostly downhill from now. Oh, it's beautiful up here. All these Indian paintbrush. I don't know where the heck the trail is, but I'm done. I'm just going downhill now for the most part. And there's snow. I need a drink. 6 kilometers to water. I can do this. I can do this. 6 downhill kilometers. I did it. I did it. I still got 12 kilometers ahead of me, and that seems impossible, but I can at least do this part. And then I can at least do that part. And then I'm sure I'll be able to do that part. And then I'm sure I'll be able to do that part. It's the small victories, remember? And the victory right now is that I finished all the elevation today. It's just downhill from here. Small victories. Hoop 'em away. Oh, hear that? After 10.5 kilometers, there's nothing quite like the sight of running water. Oh, I'm gonna drink so much right now. Just, there was a creek here. It won't be here once I'm done with it. Feels good.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I can't tell you how nice that is. I'm still a long way from camp, but this feels good. Small victories. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to camp tonight. I just looked at the map. I'm still 7 kilometers away from camp. I've been hiking for almost 10 hours, and there's a creek ford up ahead. I don't know how I missed it. I knew it was there, but I just missed it all day. I'm tired, I'm sore, and now I'm going to be wet, tired, and sore. Honestly, I might just try to find a spot near the creek and set up camp and call it a night. I don't think I can do this anymore. It's the small victories. Right now, the victory will be just getting to the creek and getting over this log. The victory I just had, though, was water back there, so that's good. Small victories. Hupamone. Well, I made it to the creek ford. Unfortunately, it's not that bad. So, I'm just gonna walk across and try to make it to camp before nightfall. See how it goes. So after all of this, I've made it to camp, and there's a group camping there where there's only one spot. There's a flat spot not too far from it I could take, but it's just on the side of the road. Or I hike another hour and a half and make it to a nearby hostel and hope that they have space for me. 12 hours of hiking. I'm exhausted, I'm hungry. But if I make it, I get a nice warm bed. And if I don't, I'm told they let people camp in their parking lot. Why don't we just make this day a little longer? Well, after 12 hours of hiking, making it up and down La Coulette Peak, my feet are killing me. My legs are sore. My left arm is really sore. It's amazing how one little thing can really throw you out. It's official, I just walked past camp. I don't know if what I'm doing is the right thing. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's weird to think that this might be the end of Section A. I think this is the right decision. I hope so. Hupamone. Freaking, I don't want to capture these moments, but I'm told that this is the moment that I'm supposed to capture. It's just a lot of emotion. You know, this isn't how I thought Section A would end. I mean, maybe it's not, but it sure looks like it. It's like such a crazy day too, and I feel like it's just gonna get lost in this blur of heading into this hostel and then hitching into town, and goodbye Section A. Navigational issues, right? That's what I've been saying this section is all about. It hasn't been about the trail in the end at all. It's been about all the little life things, navigating life on the trail. It's just this decision. I wonder if I'll look back on it and regret it. I think it's the right decision though. I just don't want it to be done. It's not how I thought it was going to be. There's always Section B. Because there's one thing that I've proven to myself this section. Is that even if it's tough, even if it's hard, I can do it. I can navigate the issues of trail life. There'll be more challenges up ahead. Hopefully I'm up to those too. In the meantime, I need to hike a little faster because I need to get there before 10. Hike on. Hupamone. Keep moving forward.
Yeah, it's me. I'll need you to come pick me up and bring me into town. Yeah, I'm coming off trail. Okay. See you soon.
Well, I'm in Coleman. I finished Section A. No, I mean that. I finished Section A. My friends came by and picked me up and brought me into town so that I could buy a new backpack. And from there, they brought me to near Lynx Creek so that I could start and hike up the ATV trails, then up the Wind and Willoughby Ridge, then down and into Coleman. I finished Section A. I thought Section A was going to be all about challenging my navigational skills and my sense of direction. It wasn't about that at all. Instead, it challenged my ability to navigate the issues on the trail. Issues like forgotten fuel, aches and pains, a broken water bladder, broken glasses, and of course, a broken backpack. Which, as it turns out, was my fault. User error. See, I had taken out the frame before I started the trip, and when I put it back, I put it in the wrong spot, and it pierced through the bottom of the backpack. Outdoor Vitals has been amazing, and they're sending me out a new backpack, and in the meantime, I'll be using this one for the next section until my replacement pack comes in. Those are all things that you don't see on a map, but they're all issues that you need to navigate around. I'll be starting the next section with something that I didn't have at the start of Section A, which is a confidence and an ability to know that I can navigate the issues of the trail. I don't know what Section B is going to hold. I know that it's going to be challenging. It's one of the most remote sections on the trail. It's going to be the longest single stretch of backpacking that I've ever done in my life, and I'm sure there are going to be more issues along the trail. But I know this. I'm a little bit more prepared to navigate around those challenges now. The question still remains, do I have what it takes? I don't know the answer to that question yet, but there's only one way to find out. My name's Jesse Manti. This is the Great Divide Trail. This is Backcountry Forward. Keep moving forward. Quite the freaking lunch spot though, eh?